As the Buddha himself said, helping others is the best way to help yourself. We're diving deep into a question that can sometimes trip us up on our journeys to be good friends, family members, or even strangers on the street, of truly helping others. But what if our well-intentioned actions backfire? In this video, we'll delve into 12 common dark sides of helping others' Buddhist teachings to cultivate a more mindful and responsible approach to helping others. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with tools to cultivate inner peace and navigate challenges with a smile. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button. Sharing is caring, and together we can build a more resilient community. 1. Attachment and selflessness. While helping others without expecting anything in return is commendable, an overly selflessness can lead to attachment to the act of helping itself. We might become dependent on the feeling of being needed, neglecting our own well-being in the process. When our sense of self is solely defined by helping others, we neglect our own needs and desires. This relentless self-sacrifice can lead to emotional exhaustion and a sense of losing touch with who we are as individuals. Buddhist teachings advocate for approaching helping with humility and awareness, recognizing that we are all on the same journey of growth. When we constantly rescue others from their problems, they might become reliant on our intervention, hindering their development of resilience and self-reliance. This creates an unhealthy cycle where both parties struggle. The helper feels depleted, and the one being helped remains disempowered. The Buddhist concept of skillful means offers a valuable perspective here. It emphasizes the importance of tailoring our support to the specific needs of the situation. Instead of blindly offering help, we cultivate the wisdom to think when genuine support is required and when allowing someone to navigate their own challenges might be the most empowering course of action. The Dalai Lama famously said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." Extending compassion towards ourselves is the foundation for offering genuine compassion to others. Prioritizing our own well-being through self-care practices creates a reservoir of energy and emotional resilience to offer sustainable support. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the middle way, avoiding extremes. Similarly, the path of helping others lies in finding a balance between self-sacrifice and self-care. We cultivate generosity and compassion while also prioritizing our own well-being, creating a sustainable foundation for authentic support. 2. Ego and moral superiority. Helping others can inflate our ego, creating a sense of moral superiority. We might view ourselves as better than those who need help, hindering genuine connection and fostering judgment instead of compassion. This arrogance creates a barrier to genuine connection and undermines the very compassion we aim to cultivate. The Buddha himself, in the Dhammapada, offered a stark warning. He who holds himself to be better than others, even by a little, is tainted by that very arrogance. This simple verse highlights the danger of moral superiority. When we judge others from a self-created thoughts, we fail to see them as fellow travelers on the path of life, each with their own struggles and challenges. Genuine connection thrives on mutual respect and understanding. When we view ourselves as superior, our help can feel manipulative. This breakdown of trust fosters resentment in the recipient and hinders their openness to receiving support. Arrogance narrows our perspective. We become fixated on our own solution, failing to consider the specific needs and circumstances of the person we're trying to help. This one-size-fits-all approach often proves ineffective and can even exacerbate the situation. When we view ourselves as saviors, we rob others of the opportunity to learn and grow from their experiences. True empowerment comes from supporting individuals in finding their own solutions, not imposing ours from a position of perceived superiority. The Buddha famously said, "The greatest arrogance is to be content with one's faults and not to make an effort to correct them." Recognizing that we are all students on life's journey allows us to approach helping with a sense of open-mindedness and learning. Shifting our focus from what we give to what we receive through helping others can be transformative. The act of offering support can be a source of personal growth and learning, reminding us of our interconnectedness and fostering a sense of shared humanity. 3. Enabling and clinging. Sometimes our help can actually hinder someone's growth. Rescuing them from their problems prevents them from learning valuable life lessons and developing self-reliance. Buddhist teachings advocate for skillful means, offering support that empowers rather than enables. Buddhism, a philosophy rooted in self-discovery and liberation from suffering, emphasizes the importance of alleviating the struggles of others. Yet, the path of helping can be a delicate dance. Sometimes our well-intentioned interventions, fueled by a desire to see others happy, can have unintended consequences. Here we explore the concept of enabling behavior in helping relationships, drawing insights from Buddhist teachings on skillful means to navigate this complex terrain. Imagine a scenario where we dedicate ourselves to supporting a loved one. We offer unwavering emotional support, financial assistance when needed, and constantly step in to solve their problems. While our intentions might be pure, this constant intervention can create a dynamic of dependence. We might hinder their growth and prevent them from developing the resilience and self-reliance necessary to navigate life's challenges. The Buddha, in the Anguttara Nikaya, reminds us, "Not helping those who need help is a fault. Helping those who do not need help is also a fault. Knowing when to help and when not to help is wisdom." This verse underscores the importance of skillful means, upaya, offering support that empowers rather than enables. When we constantly rescue someone from their problems, they lose the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and develop coping mechanisms. This creates a cycle of dependence, where they look to us for solutions instead of developing the inner strength to navigate challenges on their own. Constantly needing help can erode someone's sense of self-worth and confidence. The message, even if unintentional, can be that they are incapable of handling their own problems. This undermines their self-reliance and can lead to feelings of helplessness and frustration. If someone knows we will always come in to fix things, they might lose the motivation to try for themselves. When we constantly shield someone from the consequences of their actions, they might have a distorted view of reality. This lack of responsibility hinders their ability to learn from their experiences and make positive changes in their lives. Patience allows us to offer support in a way that empowers them to take ownership of their problems and find their own solutions. Instead of offering solutions, focus on helping them develop the skills necessary to face challenges head-on. This might involve teaching them problem-solving techniques, emotional regulation strategies, or communication skills. Sometimes, a temporary helping hand can be a stepping stone towards self-reliance. While shielding someone from all pain might seem kind, it can hinder their growth. Allowing them to experience the natural consequences of their actions within reason and safety can be a powerful learning experience, fostering accountability and resilience. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's a form of tough love. It allows us to offer support without enabling dependence. Communicate clearly what kind of help we can offer, and avoid taking responsibility for someone else's life choices. As the Dhammapada states, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." 4. Ignoring one's own needs. Self-care isn't seen as a luxury in Buddhism. It's a necessity. When we neglect our own physical and emotional needs in the pursuit of helping others, we risk burnout and resentment. The core of Buddhist philosophy lies in alleviating suffering and fostering compassion for all beings. This naturally leads to a desire to help others, to extend a helping hand to those in need. Yet the path of aiding others can be a demanding one. When we neglect our own well-being in the relentless pursuit of helping, we risk becoming a depleted lamp, one that casts a weak, flickering light, unable to offer genuine or sustainable support. Drawing from Buddhist teachings on self-care and the importance of a balanced approach, we explore the dangers of neglecting our own needs and illuminate the path towards a sustainable practice of helping. A depleted helper becomes a burden rather than a source of support. The Buddha, in the Dhammapada, offered a stark yet insightful verse. "You cannot pour from an empty cup. You must first fill your own cup with happiness and love." Neglecting our own needs diminishes our well-being, ultimately hindering our ability to offer genuine support. Constant self-sacrifice without replenishment leads to burnout. We become emotionally and physically exhausted, In this state, we are unable to offer genuine support and might even inadvertently create additional burdens for those we aim to help. We might feel frustrated by the demands of others and angry at ourselves for allowing our well-being to falter. This resentment poisons the well of our compassion, making it difficult to offer genuine support. Neglecting our own needs can also lead to a disconnect from our own feelings and limitations. We might push ourselves beyond our capacity, making it difficult to recognize when we need to step back and recharge. This can then lead to making poor decisions about how much help we can offer, ultimately hindering our effectiveness. Buddhist teachings emphasize mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment with an open and accepting mind. When we feel our energy less, we can take a step back and prioritize self-care before it's too late. Just as we extend compassion to others, we must also extend it to ourselves. Acknowledge that self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary for long-term sustainability. Integrate regular self-care practices into your life. This might include meditation, spending time in nature, exercising, or pursuing hobbies you enjoy. These activities replenish our emotional and physical reserves, allowing us to offer genuine support from a place of abundance. The image of the selfless hero who sacrifices their well-being for others isn't a sustainable model for helping. Recognize that true compassion and effective support stem from a balanced approach, where both our own needs and the needs of others are recognized and addressed. 5. Ignoring the root causes of suffering. Buddhism emphasizes addressing the root causes of suffering, not just the symptoms. Focusing solely on relieving immediate problems without addressing underlying issues like greed, hatred, or delusion creates a cycle of dependence. The Buddha, in his foundational teaching of the Four Noble Truths, identifies the root cause of suffering as craving, tanha. This craving can manifest in various forms, such as the desire for material possessions, emotional validation, or even the avoidance of pain. Addressing the root causes of suffering requires going beyond symptom management and helping individuals cultivate a deeper understanding of their own motivations and attachments. The Dhammapada offers a powerful verse. A blazing fire cannot be extinguished by pouring oil on it. In the same way, craving cannot be satisfied by gratifying it. This metaphor emphasizes the importance of addressing the root cause, craving, instead of simply trying to alleviate the symptoms it creates. When we constantly provide solutions without addressing the underlying cause, we create a cycle of dependence. Individuals might come to rely on us for temporary relief, without developing the skills or resources to tackle their problems on their own. Focusing solely on immediate needs can blind us to the deeper issues at play. This narrow lens hinders our ability to offer more holistic support that tackles the root cause of the problem and fosters lasting change. True growth comes from facing challenges and learning from them. However, if we constantly step in to fix things, we deprive individuals of the opportunity to develop self-reliance and overcome their difficulties in a sustainable manner. Before rushing to offer solutions, practice active listening. This involves creating a space for individuals to share their experiences without judgment, helping them connect to the underlying emotions and thought patterns fueling their struggles. Our role is to offer support on the journey of self-discovery and liberation, not to dictate the destination. By embracing these practices, we become not just providers of temporary relief, but guides on the path towards understanding and lasting change. As the Buddha himself said, "It is better to travel well than to arrive." Our role is to support a journey of personal exploration, fostering the skills and self-awareness necessary to address suffering at its root. 6. Unrealistic expectations. Both the helper and the one being helped might have unrealistic expectations. The helper might expect immediate gratitude or success, leading to disappointment. The one receiving help might develop a sense of entitlement, hindering their own efforts. The Buddha, in the Dhammapada, offered a timeless verse. Happiness comes through the elimination of attachment. While this verse is often interpreted in the context of material possessions, it applies equally to our expectations in helping relationships. Clinging to rigid expectations for ourselves or for others creates a breeding ground for disappointment and hinders genuine connection. When we hold unrealistic expectations for ourselves as helpers, such as expecting immediate gratitude or success stories, we set ourselves up for disappointment. This can lead to feelings of burnout, hindering our long-term commitment to helping others. Clinging to rigid expectations about how someone should respond to our help can cloud our compassion. Broken expectations on both sides can erode trust in the helping relationship. The helper might feel taken for granted, while the one receiving help might feel judged or unsupported. This lack of trust hinders open communication and the effectiveness of the support offered. The Buddhist concept of samadhi, right understanding, emphasizes seeing things as they truly are, not through the distorted lens of expectations. Instead of imposing expectations, engage in collaborative goal setting. The concept of upaya, skillful means, emphasizes tailoring our approach to the specific needs of each situation. We might offer different levels of support depending on the individual's readiness and capabilities, adapting our expectations accordingly. By embracing these practices, we move beyond the mirage of expectations and cultivate a more compassionate approach to helping others. The Dhammapada states, "Be kind to yourself. You yourself are the one you have to live with all your life." Extending this same kindness and acceptance to those we help allows us to create a space for real growth and lasting positive change. 7. Attachment to outcomes. Helping others doesn't guarantee a positive outcome. Clinging to a desired result creates suffering when things don't go according to plan. Buddhist teachings emphasize letting go of attachments and accepting impermanence. The Buddha in the Dhammapada offered a profound verse, "Letting go gives us serenity." These simple words hold immense power in the context of helping others. Clinging tightly to a desired outcome creates mental strain and hinders our ability to navigate the unpredictable nature of life. By cultivating a sense of letting go, we approach helping with greater freedom and compassion. When we fixate on a specific outcome, disappointment is inevitable if things don't go according to plan. This can lead to feelings of frustration, anger, and even self-doubt. Clinging to a desired future can cause us to neglect the journey of helping itself. We become overly focused on the end goal, failing to appreciate the present moment connections and the genuine support we can offer along the way. Life is inherently unpredictable. Clinging to the illusion of control through rigid expectations sets a trap for suffering. We can only offer support and guidance. The ultimate outcome lies beyond our control. When we release the pressure of a specific outcome, space opens for unexpected opportunities and growth, fostering resilience and adaptability in the face of life's uncertainties. The wisdom of impermanence. All things are impermanent. This is a core tenet of Buddhism. By understanding and accepting that change is inevitable, we can release our attachment to a specific outcome and approach helping with greater openness and flexibility. Instead of fixating on the end goal, shift our focus to the process of helping. Notice the small wins, the progress made, and the value of genuine connection and support, irrespective of the final outcome. The Buddhist concept of sammakamanta, right action, emphasizes acting with integrity and offering support in a way that aligns with our values. Our responsibility lies in offering our best effort. The outcome remains outside our control. As the Buddha himself said, peace comes from letting go of what is out of our control. This translates into the realm of helping others by allowing us to offer compassionate support while accepting the inherent uncertainty of life. 8. Ignoring our own limitations. We all have limitations. Trying to help someone beyond our capacity can lead to stress, frustration, and a sense of failure. Understanding and respecting our limitations allows for a more mindful approach to helping. The Buddha, in the Dhammapada, offered a timeless verse, "A lamp is not a substitute for the sun." This metaphor highlights the importance of recognizing our limitations. Just as a lamp cannot replicate the power of the sun, we cannot be everything to everyone. Understanding and respecting our limitations allows us to offer support in a more sustainable and effective way. Trying to help beyond our capacity can lead to burnout and resentment. We might feel overwhelmed by the demands placed on us. Constantly pushing ourselves beyond our limits can lead to a harsh inner critic, and a lack of self-compassion. When we believe we can do it all, we not only set ourselves up for failure, but also create unrealistic expectations for those we aim to help. This can lead to disappointment on both sides. Identifying our strengths, weaknesses, and emotional capacity allows us to offer support in areas where we can truly make a difference. Not everyone needs to be a jack of all trades. We can cultivate a more focused approach by identifying the areas where our skills and passions align with the needs of others. By embracing these practices, we become not overburdened helpers, but wise guides who understand the value of working within our boundaries. As the Buddha himself said, helping others is the best way to help yourself. Recognizing our limitations doesn't diminish our compassion. It allows us to offer support in a way that is sustainable, effective, and ultimately beneficial for ourselves and those we aim to help. 9. Ignoring the karmic impact. Karma refers to the law of cause and effect. Our actions have consequences. Sometimes, helping can have unintended negative consequences if not done with wisdom and compassion. The Dhammapada offers a potent verse. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. This verse highlights the power of our intentions and actions. When we approach helping with a mindful awareness of potential consequences, we can cultivate a more karmically responsible approach to supporting others. Actions that disregard the karmic impact can erode trust in the helping relationship. The person receiving help might feel manipulated or controlled, hindering open communication and genuine connection. Growth and learning require space for exploration and the freedom to make mistakes. Ignoring karma can hinder this process. When our interventions backfire, it can damage our reputation as a helper. Others might be hesitant to seek our support in the future, hindering our overall ability to offer genuine assistance. The Buddhist concept of sammakamanta, right action, emphasizes acting with integrity and compassion. We consider the consequences of our help before taking action, ensuring our support aligns with the well-being of all involved. Cultivate wisdom through mindfulness practices and studying Buddhist teachings. Wisdom allows us to see situations more clearly and discern the most suitable way to offer support, considering the karma. Focus on empowering individuals to find their own solutions rather than imposing fixes. Consider the long-term karmic impact of our actions. As the Dhammapada says, do not do anything that you will regret later. This translates into the realm of helping others by encouraging us to pause, reflect on the potential karmic impact of our actions, and choose a course of intervention that aligns with compassion, wisdom, and the well-being of all involved. 10. Imposing our beliefs. While offering guidance can be helpful, forcing our beliefs on others is disrespectful and ultimately ineffective. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of understanding and respecting another's path to liberation. The Dhammapada offers a potent verse. The greatest gift is the gift of the Dhamma, teachings. This verse highlights the value of sharing wisdom, but it doesn't advocate for forceful conversion. The most potent gift lies in offering the teachings with compassion and respect, acknowledging that each individual has the freedom to choose their own path. When we insist on our beliefs being the one true path, we disregard the unique experiences and perspectives of others. This can create a sense of alienation and diminish the value of the individual journey towards liberation. Constant pressure and judgment can erode trust in the helping relationship. Instead of a space for open exploration, the dynamic becomes one of coercion, hindering genuine connection and open communication. People are more likely to resist imposed beliefs and practices. When forced, their natural inclination might be to push back, leading to the opposite of the desired outcome. Sharing wisdom with care. Offer insights and practices from our own experiences, but do so with mindfulness and respect. What works for one person might not work for another. Instead of telling others what to believe or do, use open-ended questions to guide them in exploring their own inner wisdom. This empowers them to discover their own path and fosters a sense of agency in their journey. By embracing these practices, we cultivate a more supportive and inclusive approach to helping others. We become not missionaries imposing beliefs, but guides who illuminate the path, allowing individuals to walk it at their own pace and in accordance with their own unique needs and understanding. The Buddha himself said, "Do not believe in anything simply because I have said it." This underscores the importance of individual exploration and freedom of thought. Our role is not to dictate beliefs, but to create a safe space for discovery and empower others to find their own path towards liberation. 11. Lack of compassion for ourselves. The Dalai Lama famously said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." We cannot offer genuine compassion to others if we lack self-compassion. Treating ourselves with kindness allows us to extend the same kindness to others. The Dhammapada offers a potent verse. "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal law." This verse isn't just about external hatred, it applies to our inner critic as well. When we lack self-compassion and treat ourselves with harsh judgment, it affects our capacity to extend genuine love and compassion to others. A lack of self-kindness can morph into resentment towards those seeking help. Feeling drained and depleted, we might resent the demands placed on us, hindering the very support we offer. Harsh self-judgment can lead to a distorted view of our abilities. The foundation of self-compassion lies in mindful self-awareness. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can identify patterns of self-criticism and negativity. This allows us to address them with kindness and understanding. Integrate practices like loving-kindness meditation or self-compassion exercises into our daily routines. These practices train our minds to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we extend to others. Acknowledge our efforts in helping others. Instead of dwelling on perceived shortcomings, appreciate our genuine attempts to make a positive impact. We are all imperfect. Forgive ourselves for mistakes and setbacks in our role as helpers. Self-forgiveness allows us to move forward with renewed compassion for ourselves and others. As the Buddha himself said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This self-love becomes the foundation upon which genuine compassion for others can flourish. When we treat ourselves with kindness, we create a ripple effect, fostering a world where self-compassion is a necessary tool for both personal well-being and the capacity to support others on their journeys. In doing so, we create a more compassionate and supportive world for all beings. 12. The trap of sacrificing. Playing the martyr. Sacrificing our well-being for others isn't a virtue in Buddhism. It creates resentment and a burden on everyone involved. Helping requires balance and self-care. The Dhammapada offers a potent verse. "The middle way is best in all things." This verse highlights the importance of avoiding extremes, including the extremes of self-indulgence and self-denial. We might believe we can single-handedly solve everyone's problems, and those we help might feel perpetually indebted, creating an unhealthy dynamic. Before sacrificing, prioritize self-care. This includes getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods, and engaging in activities that nourish our physical and emotional well-being. By taking care of ourselves, we replenish the wellspring from which we offer support to others. Recognize that we don't have to do it alone. Build collaborations with others who share our compassion. By working together, we can distribute the burden and offer more comprehensive support to those in need. The Buddhist concept of dana, generosity, extends beyond material possessions. We can cultivate generosity of spirit by offering our time, skills, and resources in a balanced way, ensuring the sustainability of our support. By embracing these practices, we move beyond the self-destructive path of martyrdom and cultivate a more balanced approach to helping others. We become not saviors burdened by unrealistic expectations, but mindful supporters who offer genuine compassion from a place of abundance and well-being. The Buddha himself said, "Sweep away the snows of yesterday and do not think about the frosts of tomorrow. Live the present moment fully and thoughtfully." This quote emphasizes the importance of mindful action in the present moment. By taking care of ourselves today, we ensure we have the capacity to offer genuine support tomorrow, fostering a sustainable and compassionate approach to helping others. In doing so, we create a network of support built on balance, self-care, and a shared commitment to well-being for all. By acknowledging these potential pitfalls and embracing the Buddhist principles of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, we can navigate the path of helping others with more awareness and effectiveness. Remember, the journey towards liberation, our own and that of others, requires a balance between giving and receiving, compassion for ourselves and others, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings.